How y'all doing? I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right, this one is called The Low End. Yes. Yes, man. Look, the low end is actually where I'm from. I was I'm from the side of Chicago. Okay, from the south side. I wasn't originally from Memphis. Tennessee. I was I grew up and everything on the south side of Chicago. Okay, particularly the Valley. Yes, the valley extended from Cottage Grove Street to King Drive Street, and from 47th Street to 51st Street. That that was the valley. Man, it was actually it wasn't that bad to me, but when I look back at it, it was terrible. Okay, you know, we had to survive there. You know, we had to survive. And it's a wonder I survived. It's a wonder I survived. Sad to say. You know, it was a lot of robberies, a lot of shootings, and a lot of unaliving. Sad to say, going on there. We had become desensitized by, become desensitized to all that was going on around in that area, because we were there. We were there. Just about all my friends, all my friends that lived there are no longer living amongst us. Some of them were very good friends too. Very good friends. Gone from the violence there and the drugs. It's a sad case. But I got a couple of friends that made it out. I can count them on one hand though. I can count them on one hand. But either they left town or they left town to start a new life or something. Like I did. I had to leave that area in order to straighten up, or I would end up just like the rest of them. I would be a statistic. Man, I thank the man above for putting it in my head, keep instilling it in my head to leave that area. You know, man, it taught me how to survive though. It really taught me how to survive. It taught me how to never let my guards down, never let your guard down, and to keep my head on a swivel. Okay? You know, y'all may check me out and stuff like that, and think I'm a nice guy and stuff like that. But it wasn't all nice. It wasn't all nice, especially back then. I'm talking in the 80s. You know, in the 80s all the way up until maybe 89 or something like that. But I thank God I got out of there. Because we were the YNs of that era. you know we were the YNs of that area. And it was crazy. But I made it out. Just like my few friends that made it out. Okay, I'm glad we made it. So I made it almost to 60 years old, and everybody else too, so man, it was crazy though. But it's one of life's lessons, We all have to go through some lessons in life, and then see, can we persevere and make it out, and do something positive with your life, Yeah. Do something positive with your life. And then stay straight. Stay straight. Because I've been like this ever since then, Right when I left, that's when I straightened out, I straightened out, So I don't know, man. But RIP to my friends that didn't make it out, They was destined to it was destined for them to happen, this to happen, So, well, all right, you guys. That's all I got for y'all today, But I've gained a lot of stories from there, and I will be telling them too. So stay tuned for that. And I got a couple of stories about the Philippines too. So stay tuned for that. That's where I got most of my stories from there, from the valley. I got most of my stories from the valley, and some out in Tennessee, some in the Philippines. So, and I'm steady gaining stories, So stay tuned to me. All right, you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with your family. Share my videos with your friends. Share my videos with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies.